Nations, jackets, sweaters, hats, whatever you can give me. But, you know, I'm 22 years old, went to a small school called Largo High School, graduated from there, went to the University of Mississippi on a football scholarship, played 4 years there, and I majored in broadcast journalism. So after football, what I want to do is be a sports broadcaster or sports talk radio. All right, now on to my story. I want to give you a little insight on me and how I became closer to Christ. It's been about maybe a little over a year now. It was the beginning of my senior year. I think it was the summer before, and we had football practice. And one day after practice, you know, I was just feeling down. You know, all day in practice, I just wasn't feeling myself. You know, just wasn't into the whole thing. You know, making mistakes because my mind was on the wrong thing. So after practice, you know, I didn't know who to go talk to. I wanted to talk to somebody. I wanted to talk to my coach, but I just didn't know how to go and approach him about it. So I went by myself in a corner in the football field, and I just started crying. And I cried and I cried and I cried. So finally I built up the courage to get up and go talk to one of the coaches. And I went and talked to him. I'm crying. And I asked him, well, I told him, you know, Coach, I'm not living right.
No, ma'am.
And he looked at me and said, what do you mean? And I said, I've never been the type to be disrespectful to my parents. I've always been very respectful. But it's just, I know I'm going to be going off, you know, to the NFL soon. And before I step into that atmosphere, I want to make sure I have my life right with Christ. And he said, you know what? I'm going to help you. So every day, after that day, we started up a Bible study. Anybody was welcome on the team, but it was only about, I want to say, 5 of us. And I'm going to pass around a picture so you can see the group of guys that I'm talking about. So if somebody can you come up? I got paid before I got here, so it's not, they were able to come up here. So, But in that picture, it's a group of guys that I was doing the Bible studies with. And one of those guys was Coach Don Decker. He was our strength coach, our weightlifting coach. And every Wednesday, I believe, Thursday, we would go to his house. And for about an hour, we would look into the Word, talk about the Bible, talk about our lives. And this one particular night, we were all sitting at a dinner table. And he looked at us and he said, what is it going to take? What's holding us back from Jesus Christ, and what is it going to take for us to get closer to Him? So he talked to everybody before he got to me. I was the last one, so I was thinking to myself, what am I going to say? I don't know. I have no idea. So he came around to me and he said, Dexter, what's holding you back from Christ, and what do you think is going to have to happen before you get closer to Him? And I looked at him and I said, Coach, you know what? Something bad is going to have to happen to me to get closer to Christ, because I'm so used to the lifestyle I'm living. And he looked at me and said, you know what, Dexter? You can be leaving my house tonight and driving down Highway 6 and get into a car wreck. And life could be over just like that. You know, I heard him. I went in one ear and out the other. I thought about it a little bit. 2 days later, I went to the mall with a couple of my friends, driving down Highway 6, coming back home. Got into a bad car wreck. You know, I was looking down at my phone. I was not driving. I was in the back seat, and a car came, ran through 2 stop signs, and smashed right into us. Now, we're in a big Cadillac Escalade, so that's a big truck, and he plowed into us, and we spent off the road. The car caught fire, so we were all able to get out, but the car completely burned up completely. Now, I know you see those action movies when you see how everything, you know, before the crash, before the big moment, everything slows down, and you have a chance to think about everything that your whole life. You have a chance to think about everything. And that happened to me. You know, that moment, I looked up and I saw us about to get into this car wreck. And there was nothing I can do about it. I just had to prepare myself for it. But in those couple of seconds, all I can think about is, you know, my family. You know, my daughter, I have a 4-year-old daughter. My mom, my dad, just everybody, and just my life in general. and there was nothing I can do about it. You know, I thought I was going to be gone. Able to get out of the car. Car caught fire. Ran away from the car, but I just had to talk to my parents, talk to my daughter, just to let them know I loved them, because at that moment, I could have been gone. So, ran back to the car while I was on fire. Didn't know where my phone was, didn't know where it dropped, but I know the Lord led me to the exact spot where my phone was. With no hesitation, I looked under the seat and it was right there. Grabbed it, ran, called my family, told them what had happened. So, that Sunday, I went to church. You know, me and the other two guys that were in the car wreck. Listening to the sermon, listening to the songs, and I broke down. Started crying. We all started crying. And we started to hug each other and just try to build each other up and just let each other know, you know what, man, I love you. We made it. And we knew it was because of God. We knew it. We knew it. So, now I was baptized before, but it was sort of like I was going through the motions. Okay, I got baptized. Yeah, I'm good. But I was just going through the motions. So I decided that I wanted to get rebaptized in order to start over. So I got rebaptized. And after that, everything I've done from then on has skyrocketed. Now y'all look at me, I'm not the biggest athlete. I'm 5'8", 170 pounds on a good day. Some of y'all are bigger than me out there in the crowd. But the power of God is amazing.
That's right.
And He has enough power for everybody that is sitting out here and then some. Now I'm going to talk about myself for a little bit, which I'm going to see why in a second. All right. Dexter McCluster coming to the NFL draft. Wow, he's small. He's not going to last in the NFL. They're going to break him in half. All right. Went to the Senior Bowl down in Mobile, Alabama. I weighed in at about 165 pounds, and they were like, wow, this guy's small. But you know what? I went out there, I worked hard, I wanted to make sure that I did whatever I had to do to let them know that my heart was bigger than any stadium I ever played in. And I went out there, and a couple of days later, talk was going around, wow, this guy, maybe he's not too small. He's out here hitting these big guys, doing this, doing that. Dexter McCluster. But it wasn't Dexter McCluster doing any of that. It was the power of God doing all of that. Going on, after the Senior Bowl, going on to the NFL Combine, which is in Indianapolis, where we just lost, but it's okay. Coming back strong. Thank you. Well, we went there, and I didn't run as fast as everybody thought I was going to run. I kind of slipped on my start, and they were like, "Wow, he's not as fast as we thought he was." Now, God gave me the peace of mind to know that, you know what, Dexter, you need me. You're not perfect, because if we were perfect, we wouldn't need him. But he said, I took that as him saying, Dexter, you need me. And I did not give up. A lot of people were talking about it. Wow, he thought it was faster than that. What's going on? But the Lord gave me the peace of mind to know that, you know what, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. He wouldn't let me give up. So to make a long story short, the power of God allowed me to do things that no one in this world thought I could do. And He can do the same thing for anybody in this crowd tonight. Amen. Anybody. So living up to God's standard, I mean, it's hard. A lot of people always want to take the easy ride out. Well, I go to church next Sunday, or I'll do this, put it off to the side. But just think about it. He never put you off to the side.
That's right.
He will always continue to love you no matter what you do. No matter how bad you sin, He will always come and find you. So I'm going to read something real fast. Can I get one more? Right there. Yes. All right, this is out of Luke chapter 15, And I'm going to start at verse 3. And he spake this parable unto them, saying, What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he loses one of them, doeth not leave the 99 in the wilderness, and go after the one which is lost, until he find it? And when he hath found it, he layeth it on his shoulder, rejoicing. And when he cometh home, he calleth together his friends and neighbors, saying unto them, Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep which was lost. Now when I read that, I was that sheep that was lost. I was out doing my own thing, putting him to the side. But that car accident, when I said to my coach that it's gonna take something bad for it to happen to me to change my life around, he came and got me through that car wreck. He came and found his sheep that was lost, and now I'm on his side now. And I want to challenge everybody out here, before you leave tonight or when you go home, I want you to think about this right here. Many choose the easy road, but few take the road of Christ. Now when you go home, I want you to think to yourself, which one am I? Am I taking the easy way out? Or will I choose to take the route of Christ? I mean, you can easily go out and do bad things with your friends or do your own thing. But just think about that. Are you living up to Christ's standards? Are you, every single day? So before I go, I have a hidden talent. I sing. So I'm going to sing a small snippet. When your back's against the wall and you need someone to call, get down on your knees and pray. There's gonna be a brighter day. 'Cause with the Lord, nothing's impossible. Anything is possible. It's voice unstoppable. So stay strong and hold on to your faith. So stay strong and hold on and get down on your knees and pray. There's gonna be a brighter day, a brighter day. Thank you for having me.